Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 213. Welcome. Okay, let's just jump right in and I'll show you what I got done for this week. Okay, so I have two finished objects to show you, so let me show you those. Okay, so this is preemie hat number 1 for the month of July. This is the preemie hat, the goal of the 4 preemie hats I want to do each month to donate to one of the area hospital in their NICU departments. They have a Halloween hat drive each year for the babies. And so I did a penguin hat. I think it's cute. This is a pattern by creamofthecropcrochet.com, and it is, yeah, it's a penguin hat. It looks a little bit like it had fuzz on the back there. It looks a little bit like an owl, but it does say that it's a penguin. I guess because it's got the little single tuft there, not the ears. Anyway, super cute. I use the medium. They have, okay, so for their preemie hat patterns, they have 3 different sizes, the like 0 up to, was it 1 to 3 pound baby, and then 3 to 5 pound baby, and then 6 to or 5 to 7, something like that for a preemie baby. And this is the I usually use that middle size, the 3 to 5 pound, the instructions for that one. And so I did use worsted weight yarn. I used the hook that it called for in the pattern. Okay. So anyway, there is my preemie hat number 1 for July. Okay. Then the other thing that I finished is the Bianca mouse that I was working on, you know, the Rescuers inspired pattern. Well, you know, I've had Bernard finished for quite a while, okay, and I'm sure he was getting lonely. So I'm so glad that I was able to get Bianca finished. So here is Bianca. I think she turned out really cute. Yeah. I used number 3 weight yarn or baby yarn and a 3mm hook for both of them, same hook. Okay, so there is my couple, Bernard and Bianca. They were so fun to put together, and I just love these patterns. They are patterns by OllieHolly.com, something like that, but I will link them below in the description box. Okay, now she in that link there's another link that you go to get the basic mouse pattern, okay, and then you go back to her website to get the clothes, okay, but she has the links, all the things that you need to make them. So okay, so I think they're so cute. Okay, so that is my finished objects for the week. Okay, so works in progress is I started my next preemie hat for the month, and this hat is going to be a Dalmatian hat. This is a pattern by Repeat Crafter Me. It's actually a newborn pattern, and I'm just sizing it down to make a preemie hat. Okay, so I will pop in a picture right here of Sarah Zimmerman's the picture of her pattern that she has on her website. Okay, so here is the hat. Okay, so the only thing I have so far on mine is I have the beanie made, okay, right there. Now, I did not put the ear flaps. I never put the ear flaps on preemie hats because the ear flaps, and then they have the ties that like hang down, and they're cute. I think they're really cute, but I just don't feel comfortable putting those ties because I don't want anything interfering with the, you know, getting around the baby's neck or anything. So I usually just stop and just make a beanie and not put the ear flaps on. So I had the beanie made. The way I sized it down to be a preemie size is that Sarah Zimmerman's pattern calls for worsted weight yarn and like a G or an H hook or something. And so I am using baby weight yarn. This is Bernat Baby Sport, I think is what it is. And I think I'm using F hook or an E hook. I'm not sure now, but I sized it down. And so what I have is the beanie hat, and then I have one of the ear. Now the ears, you have to make 4 of these pieces because they're double layered. I mean, I'll make another one, stitch it together, and then that will make up 1 ear, okay? And then in her pattern, she has 1 ear being white, the other one being black, and then she'll have spots that I'll have to sew on. But anyway, so there is the Dalmatian hat, the beginnings of it. And so that is Works in Progress number 1. And this will be Preemie hat number 2 for the month of July. Okay, and then let's see. Oh, and I'm still working on my little Romeo. Now this is the finished one I did a couple of weeks ago. It's called Romeo because it's made up of these, they're just crocheted circles, and in sewing they're called yo-yos, okay? And so I'm just making them, right now I'm just making more of these circles. What I do is when I'm making like backpack buddies or something where I get to the end of the skein, I have a small ball of yarn left or something, then I will make some yo-yos out of them because I want them all multicolored. So actually not necessarily if I'm at the end, but I'm working on whatever color I'm working on, as long as it's worsted weight. I go ahead and make a couple of the yo-yos, so then I can put them together to make some more of these little worms, because I think they're so cute. They do have eyes. I need to stitch on a mouth. I haven't done it yet, but I think it needs a little smile. So I didn't bring the circles in here. They're in there on my desk, but I just wanted to show you that I am working on a few. I just, like I said, make a couple of circles and weave in the ends and toss them aside, and then I'll put together and make some more of the worms. Okay, so that is Works in Progress number 2. Okay, so Works in Progress number 3 is the toucan tote. Now I made this, I finished the front panel a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't worked on it again. And so I pulled it out and started working on it again. So let me show you. Okay, so this is my front panel. Okay, now I still need to do a little bit of refining. I have all these strings in the back. Let me see. Okay, so that's what I have it. See, I have all these strings. I haven't cut, well, I've cut the bottom ones, okay, but I haven't cut the top ones yet because I want to kind of go over a few of the areas to kind of straighten up the edges. It just makes the image look even better, I think. And so that's what I'm going to be doing with some of those tails, is I'm going to go back and kind of do some stitching on those, like make the eye look better and different things. So that's why I haven't trimmed them off yet. But anyway, what the progress I have made on this is the fact that I went around the whole entire piece in single crochet just to give me a nice clean edge. Okay, so that's what I did with this piece. And then I started working on I think it's called a gusset. Is that right? It's going to be a strip, okay, that's going to go, you know, it's going to go down the side and bottom and, you know, the other side. So this long, it'll be a long strip, and then I will stitch it together onto the bag, and see, that's going to make the side of the bag. And then I'll have the back panel on this side because, okay, so the pattern that I kind of, this is kind of, I'm just making this pattern up, sort of. I mean, what I did is I found this, it was actually a free cross stitch chart, and I just thought it was so cute, and so I made it, not tapestry, intarsia style. I think that's what it is. It's not where you carry the yarn across. You use like bobbins, and you pick up the yarn when you need it, okay? Anyway, it's based on the pattern that I got, or I was using for the flamingo bag that I made a couple of years ago now, I guess. And so I was kind of basing it on that. It's just I'm changing the image that was on it, okay? And so I was going to do that, and with that one, the bottom part is like a big kind of long oval, and then you just kind of stitch this front piece and then a back panel together at the sides, but then that means that part of this image is curled around to make like the sides of the bag, right? You have the front, the back, yeah, the sides. Okay, but if I did that with this one, it would end up curling like this, and the image takes up so much of this piece. See, I should have made this bigger. You know, I should have made more of a margin on the sides, so that would allow for the curving, because I don't want the image to have to be kind of, you know, curl, like his beak will start curling this way to make the side of the bag. So instead of doing it the way I did for the flamingo bag, I'm making a gusset that's going to go down 3 sides, you know, the side, and then it'll form the bottom of the bag, and then up the other side, okay? And then I will make, I intend on making a striped back panel that I will stitch on the other side of this gusset for the back. And then I'm going to make a lining, and I'll line it, so then you won't see any of, well, I'm going to trim this off, but you won't see the parts that I cut and knotted, you know, because it'll have a lining. And then I may put a piece of plastic canvas, I think, across the bottom between the gusset piece and then the lining, you know, so you won't see it, but it'll give it a little bit of stability at the bottom. And of course, I'm going to put a strap on it, and it'll be a tote bag. But anyway, I think that's my plan for it. So that way, this front panel will be flat, and it won't curve around to be part of the sides of the bag. I think that'll be much better. And oh yeah, and I was going to measure this, because I was trying to figure out how deep the bag should be on the sides. I think it's depth, right? This piece is, oh yeah, I guessed it to be about 4 inches wide, and it's almost right at it. So it'll be about 4-inch-ish deep. So I think that'll be good for a tote bag. Okay, for the tote bag for this size. Okay, so that is works in progress number 2. I have started working on this again. So I'm happy to be getting started with that again. So yes, that's works in progress number 3. Okay, so works in progress number 4. Now this has transformed into something else. So this, okay, so Valerie of Valerie's Cuddly Cat Crochet, okay, so she had intended to do a month-long crochet along, okay, and she's going to make this doll, and so I was doing it along with her. Well, she had a big issue with her videos, and I don't know what happened, but her channel was removed for a little while, and then now she's got it back, which I'm so happy for her that it is now back, and she's back with us, so I'm very happy about that. But she decided to kind of change that up, and she's going to start a different crochet along. It's going to be starting this Sunday, and it's going to last for 2 weeks. And she decided to do a different doll. The first doll was a 4th of July doll, and it's a pattern by Yarnspirations. I'll link it below in the description box. She decided not to go with that one. She's going to be doing a different one, although the body of the doll, and it's by Yarnspirations, okay? The body of the doll is the same as the body of the 4th of July doll, okay? And so I'm going to take my progress that I was doing on that 4th of July doll, and then I'm just going to continue on, because I really want to do this crochet along with her. And then so I'm going to do this new one, and it's called the Fun in the Sun doll. And let me post a picture right here, and this is the picture of the Fun in the Sun doll that I'm going to be making. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so that crochet along for that doll is going to start Sunday, the 18th, okay, and it's going to be running for 14 days, so 2 weeks, and she's going to do a crochet along where we will work on the doll together. I'm thinking she may be doing it like the previous one, where she posted a piece every day, and then sometimes you had maybe a little homework you would have to do, where you'd have to repeat a few rounds, and then you'd meet up the next day, and then we'd do the next section. So I was having such a fun time with it, so I wanted to go ahead and continue on and do this doll. So let me show you what I've got a head start on it though, because I was actually working on the other one, and since it's going to be the same head and body, I'm going to just do this pattern with her instead. So I've already got the head. So here is my head for the doll, not my head. Isn't that cute? I put green eyes on her. Can you see? I'm hoping that it's focusing. Yeah. Okay, so I put these green safety eyes on her and a little smile. And then I have her body, part of the part of body that we had done for the crochet along. So this is, she's got underwear. She's got granny panties on, I guess, because they're high underwear. And then there's the top of her body. Now I need to go back and figure out, remember what row we were on, so I'll know when to continue on with Valerie. But anyway, so that is what I'm doing now. I think I'm making mine a little smaller than Valerie was doing hers. I think I'm using an E-hook, a 3.5 millimeter. It is worsted weight yarn though. I think it may be, or it might even be a 3 millimeter hook. I'm not sure now. I didn't bring it in here, but I've got it written in my notebook in there. Anyway, if you want to come along with us and do this crochet along, please go over and check Valerie's channel out. She's got a great channel. She recently, in today's video, she showed a finished object that she made, a Charlie Brown doll, or yeah, a Charlie Brown stuffed doll, yeah. And oh, it turned out so awesome. You need to go check out her channel, and I hope that you will join us on this crochet along. It will start Sunday, July the 18th, okay? Okay, so I will link her channel below in the description box so you can go check her out. Okay, so that is all my works in progress. Oh, one thing, I forgot to show this. If you've been with me from a long time ago and was watching, I think it was my very first Whip Wall Wednesday episode, and I had a whole bunch of these little tiny granny rectangles that I had made. I've had a big bag of them, and I put them together, and I made what I had, and I put them together and made a different smaller, like child-sized blanket to use them up. Well, I had 2 of those rectangles left, and I come upon them recently, or well, yeah, recently, like a couple of days ago. And so I decided I wanted to do something with them. So I just stitched them together just to get them finished into something. And I stitched them together, and I made a square with them, just with scrap yarn, okay? So it was just these 2 rectangles right there. Stitched them together right here just with the whip stitch, and then I just went around them, was that 3? Yeah, 3 rows with just some random colors that I thought would look good with these colors. And then the last, yeah, did I do? Yeah, it's just, I was thinking I did a single crochet round, but no, it's just granny stitch. 3 rounds of it. So I thought that made a cute little square. I have no idea what these colors are. Some type of, that looks like a Karen Simply Soft, I think, because it's got that shine to it. I have no idea what the others are. Probably some type of Red Heart Super Saver, I don't know what. But anyway, so what I'm going to do with this square, more than likely, I think, more than likely, is that right? Recently, if you follow Melissa of Crochet in Agreement, okay, she does a prayer shawl and prayer blanket ministry through her church. And what she does is she makes these blankets, and then she donates them, and they hand them out to people that are in need, that need comfort of any sort, and they give them these prayer blankets. And so I had quite a big collection of just these random squares that I had never put together to do anything with. Some of them went together coordinating, some of them were just random squares, a couple of them were rectangles, some I had done for tutorials, so I had like a couple of squares I had done for filming purposes. So anyway, I bagged them up and I sent them to Melissa because she is accepting squares. She'll take the squares, she'll put them together into blankets, and then she'll make sure that they get to somebody that is in need of them. So I will link Melissa's channel below, Crocheting in Agreement, if you want to contact her and get involved with doing that. So I'm going to set this square aside and just start another collection of them whenever I have squares put together, and then I'll more than likely ship them off to her when I get another bag full. So anyway, got to show that in the finished object section. Okay, so now upcoming. Okay, so upcoming is Whip Wall Wednesday. I finished my last Whip Wall Wednesday project, and so this upcoming next Wednesday, I need to pick out, I haven't even picked that out yet, a new whip off of my whip wall, another sleeping project that I haven't worked on in a long time, and to get it out and start working on it. So I need to do that. I need to think of what I'm going to do and which one I'm going to work on next. And so that will be upcoming this next Wednesday. So come back on Wednesday and see what my new project's going to be. Okay? Okay, so also upcoming, I have 2 more preemie hats, of course, that I need to make for July. What else? Oh, I just purchased, I'll link this channel below also, and it is Homemade with Love with Loretta and Blaine. Okay, so Blaine just made a video where they were doing some destashing of some excess yarn that they had that they knew they weren't going to use, or they just need to make room for other things. And so they're selling mystery bags. They're putting bags of yarn together, okay, and sealing them up and sell, you know, and then you can buy the bag as a mystery bag, okay? And so I will link that information below that video because I went and purchased a mystery bag. I have gotten mystery boxes from them before, and they are always awesome. They do such a wonderful job putting as much as they can fit into those containers, which is awesome. And I've always been very happy with the yarn that I receive in these mystery bags. And so when I saw that she was doing it again, I went and bought one. And so whenever it comes in, I'll show you what it is, what's in it. But I will link Blaine's channel and Loretta, their channel below that particular video. So that way, if you're interested in getting one of those mystery bags, then you can contact them and get one. Okay, so that will be upcoming. I think she said she was going to try to get it in the mail tomorrow, so that's going to be fun when I get that. Okay, something else that's really interesting, or exciting, I guess, is I have a dear friend that I go to church with, and she's a very crafty lady herself. She used to make little girl and babies hair bows, really pretty ones, and I don't know if she had an Etsy shop or not. If she still has one, which I don't even know if she does, but if I'll find out if Amy, her name is Amy, I'll find out if she still has them. I'm not sure if she's doing that here recently, I think, because she's had, oh, and she would make dresses. When she has one daughter, when her daughter was very small, she started sewing for her, and she made the cutest little dresses for her, and she got to where she would sew for other people as well, a little bit, for, you know, little girl dresses. So anyway, she ends up with lots of fabric, like we have a lot of yarn. So she decided just recently to start quilting. But anyway, she's doing like paper piecing, like hand stuff. It's awesome. Anyway, she contacted me and she said that she wanted to know if I was interested in some yarn, and I said sure. And so what the backstory is with that is the fact that her grandmother on her father's side passed away, but it's been like a year ago, and her grandmother's daughters, which would be Amy's aunts, are just now, I guess, going through a lot of their mother, which was Amy's grandmother, her belongings and things, and I don't know if they're getting ready to sell the house or what, but anyway, she had a whole lot of, she was a crocheter and she was a quilter, okay, and she crocheted beautiful things. In fact, Amy sent me a picture of a framed piece that her grandmother had crocheted, and I asked her if I could post it and share that picture with everybody so they could see how talented her grandmother was, and she said sure. So here is that picture right here. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that is beautiful. So, of course, she crocheted that with crochet thread. The ones that is like this, the number 10 cotton thread that you like make doilies and stuff out of. I have a box of that under here. Anyway, isn't that's just beautiful. It's, oh, I can just imagine how long it took her to crochet that. But she said that she crocheted doilies with the crochet cotton thread, but she also had yarn, and she made afghans and things as well. And she was a quilter. So, I mean, her grandmother was just multi-talented. So she said that her aunts were going through the grandmother stuff, like I said, and she had a whole bunch of yarn and crochet books, and I guess the thread also. And she said that none of her grandmother's daughters, none of them crocheted, or nobody in the family did, and so they were just gonna get rid of the stuff, you know, and throw it out or whatever. And I was like, no. And so now, her grandmother didn't live here where I'm at. She lived in Texas, but like on the other side of Houston, which is pretty far from me. So she said that next time her mother, Amy's mother, comes to visit her, that she would bring the yarn and the books and the whatever the stuff is that they're going to be giving to me. And so I'm excited. Of course, I am very sorry that Amy had lost her grandmother, but like I said, it has been over a year. It's not a new sorrow. But I'm so happy that I will be getting that, and I hope that I will be able to use that yarn to and make Amy's grandmother proud of the things that I do with the yarn that was her yarn. So I'm very touched and honored that they want to give me these this stuff. I don't know how much it is, how much quantity wise, you know, but when I get it, I'll definitely show you, and we will do some sort of unboxing or something, and I'll show you what all I get. So anyway, like I said, I'm very honored that she asked me if I could use her grandmother's yarn. So definitely going to be put it to good use. Okay, so that is exciting news around here. And I think that is it, yeah. Thanks so much, everybody. My new subscribers, welcome. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for my subscribers, of course, that have been with me from the beginning. I thank you very much as well. You all mean so much to me. It's like you're all my yarny friends. And so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please consider doing so, and that way you will be you will be able to easily keep up with what I'm doing, the videos and things that I put out. Follow me along on my progress on all my different projects that I do, and the tutorials. I do tutorials from time to time. Need to do one soon. So so subscribe so that way you can follow along with me. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go. So thanks guys so much. Have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.